Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7, Episode number 6.
Before we jump into Episode 6, want to feature comments. First starting with 2 from our patrons from Episode 5. First being Bjorn Peterson, who comes through saying, "Hey guys, first off, your pronunciation of my name is spot on, so thanks for that."
There you go, babe.
Finally got it right. Do you recognize the voice of General Rick Stoner, the mustache guy? For me, he will always be Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. Just too funny. I'm a sucker for time travel, and the 70s throwback was lit as F.
Yeah.
This show always steps it up with each season, and you never know what'll happen next. As always, great reaction, guys. Love you until next time.
Appreciate it.
Then Lasith comes through with a comment as well, saying, "Love this episode and your reaction, guys. The 70s vibe was epic, and the Chronicoms keep winning, and Team S.H.I.E.L.D. keeps losing because they are always one step behind.
Yeah.
And now Chronicoms have their position, and if they take out the Zephyr, it's game over.
Game over, yeah.
Also, they better not mess with Daisy's powers in this final season. If that happens, Team S.H.I.E.L.D. will have no Inhumans left on Team S.H.I.E.L.D. Also, they better not mess with Simmons and Fitz's memory, because when Deke was asking about Fitz Bobo, Gemma forgot the nickname. And I hate when writers do this to my favorite characters. We are halfway through the final season, and we have Emotionless May. Fitz is nowhere to be seen. Yo-Yo has no powers. Gemma has memory issues that she is hiding from the team. And I have no idea where the show is heading.
Yeah.
And I pray this won't be like the final season of Game of Thrones. Can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah.
Let's see how they get out of their current predicament."
Yeah, it might be too much excitement and anticipation for this, and they gonna probably let us down.
They better not. Alright, then some comments from Episode 5 on YouTube as well. 12 Chapman comes through to say, "Hey guys, awesome opening. The timeline has definitely been changed. Freddy is still alive, and Nathaniel wasn't sent to Mavis, as seen in flashbacks from Season 3. Gideon trying to pick up Daisy." Yeah. Inside is from Winter Soldier. Coulson has already been born. Ghost8386 says, "I love the nod to the retro S.H.I.E.L.D. costumes from the comics.
Yeah.
They called back to Captain America, the Winter Soldier. The callback to Captain America, the Winter Soldier was great. The way Deke shoots Wilfred Malik reminds me of when Ward shoots the fake clairvoyant back in Season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. When Daisy called Coulson Dad made me laugh and smile." Yeah, that was super adorable. I think the Hydra lady who was flirting with Sousa's last episode is the mother of Gideon and Nathaniel Malik. That's interesting. Daniel Lanktot comes through to says, "This was, without a doubt, the supreme absolute worst episode for my blood pressure. So intense."
Oh, for your blood pressure. Okay.
But I really like that Sousa may be an old-timey guy at heart, yet he completely figured out, even before Daisy, that only the Chronicoms could have given Malik the name of Bruce Banner, and others. Victoria Hand and Robert Gonzalez from previous seasons were also on the list. It shows how intelligent and valuable he can be, even if he is behind the times. In a sense, he is adapting to the future better and more quickly than Steve Rogers did.
Yeah.
As for Gemma, my working hypothesis is that she has a chip in her neck which suppresses her memories of working on time travel with Fitz, where and when he is hiding from the Chronicons.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the EMP Gemma set off in 1955 to stop the Chronicons may have damaged the chip, and it might be malfunctioning and erasing memories that it shouldn't. Ooh. Like the Bobo nickname, which she didn't recognize in Episode 1. On the subject of time travel, remember what Professor Hulk and the Ancient One said in Endgame? Changing the past does not change the future. It splits the reality into a new one. Marvel is in the realm of many worlds theory, which they call the multiverse. Yeah. Every time they jump, they don't go to their own past within the same time stream or river of time, as Deeks referred to it in the episode. They are going to a different river and making changes in that river. Hence why Deke did not disappear if the team prevented the cracking of the earth at the end of Season 5.
Right.
In the same way, Mac would not have disappeared had his parents died in that cell in this episode, but of course, God-fearing Mac, who could not leave his artificial daughter in the framework, could not have lived with himself had he let any alternative version of his parents die. Very good continuity of his character from the writers, as always.
So basically, whatever they do when it went back to the past wouldn't have mattered to their
to their current
timeline anyway.
But it keeps splitting.
Yeah.
I even suspect that the team has been out of the main MCU reality ever since Enoch sent them to the future, hence why we never saw the snap in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That could have been a universe where Thanos was thwarted, but not defeated, and the snap was delayed for a few years. Can't wait for episode 6. Daniel, that was a great comment. Thanks for coming
Good job, Daniel.
Katie comes through to says, everyone is loving Deke standing up for Gemma, and I do too, but Sosa was also right to question her. She's clearly not okay, and she stated as much herself. And yes, while they are all pulled into this mess, Sosa deserves a grace period as he's had to accept his own death, not being able to say goodbye to anyone in his life, being in a different time period, and time travel all within a day.
Yeah.
Fair point, Katie.
Yeah.
The rest of them are adjusted and were allowed that grace period.
Yeah.
He should be too.
He ain't even had a shower, I don't think.
He's quite literally a man out of time. He has a different approach to the rest of the team. He was a soldier. Peggy clearly has a type. And so, yeah, he is more of a no-nonsense approach, which is honestly a breath of fresh air. It's nice that he's not quite as easy peasy as the rest of the team. It makes him his own character.
Yeah.
That said, I do love Deke's intention. It was sweet as F, but Emma's got to be on our A game if we have any chance of defeating the Chronicons. Great comment. You guys are coming through.
Yeah, good comment.
Beta Artemis drops by to say the opening intro was great, especially Deke's looking to the camera. Yeah, that was adorable.
Yeah.
According to Elizabeth Henstrid, her part and Jeff Ward's part of the intro were the only ones specifically filmed for this intro sequence. Coulson name drops Dooley when they are about to go into the S.H.I.E.L.D. bar. Chief Dooley is one of the main characters from Agent Carter, who was the chief of the SSR East Coast office in New York, where Peggy was working in 1946. The list that Daisy and Sousa, whatever, we're looking at contained names of comic book characters and historical figures, as well as a list of specific names that have relations to past seasons of the S.H.I.E.L.D. show. 1, Susan or Jason Morse. This could be Bobby's mother or father, as I couldn't be sure of the names. 2, Isabel Hartley, played by Lucy Lawless, part of the real S.H.I.E.L.D. arc, friend of Bobby and Hunter. Mark Roberts, possible relation to the characters of Rose Roberts from Agent Carter. Gabe Jones, originally Howling Commando from the first Captain America movie, possibly Trip's grandfather. Trip. Remember Trip? Victoria Hand, played by Saffron Burrows, instrumental in the aftermath of Hydra's reveal post-Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Nicole Amador, possibly mother or some other relation to Aquila Amador, Coulson's protege. Jim Morita, another original Howling Commando from the first Captain America movie. His grandson is Peter Parker's school principal. That's super fun. Roberto Gonzalez, played by Edward and James Olmos, the leader of the real S.H.I.E.L.D. during the Inhuman story arc. Thomas Hall, possible relation to Dr. Franklin Hall, who was dealing with gravitonium back in season 1. Man, that was a long time ago.
Man.
Simmons,
deep.
yeah, that was a lot of insight. Simmons' situation is likely that she was implanted with a memory inhibitor,
Yeah.
probably to keep certain information secret so the Chronocoms can't have access to. One of the theories is that this is partly to keep Fitz's location safe and to hide the secret that Fitz and Simmons have already had a daughter. What? And Fitz is with their daughter in hiding, thus explaining why he's not in the store right now. How did we get to them having a daughter?
Yeah. Probably a little far-fetched.
Speaking of family, I love Deke spending time with his Nana and stepping up to defend her from Sosa. What a wonderful grandson. And it looks like the discussion from last week with Yo-Yo did have a consequence leading to him shooting Freddie Malik this episode. Though technically, given that Malik is supposed to be dead, I guess it's not really murder. Probably easier for Deke to justify it to himself. Yeah,
that's the only way he did that.
I wonder if the Chronicons predicted that Deke would shoot Malik. After all, they claimed to see all, so did they just purposely not tell Freddy that Deke was going to kill him? And if the Chronicons didn't see this coming, then is it possible that Deke's unpredictability could be the team's ace in the hole to outsmart the Chronicons? Very good insight as well.
Yeah.
Another good comment.
A lot of ifs or could or would.
Potential insights.
Yeah.
That guy comes through to say Daisy and Sosa have had great chemistry so far.
Yeah.
Brandy Anderson drops by to say, I think that the Chronicons changing up the past so much is going to be the catalyst for Fitz coming back, especially since they've kept separate so that their knowledge isn't used to get them. But if you've changed history, and especially S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra this month, how much this month. How much are their history have you made null and void? Trend Pip 1 drops by to say, my theory is that the device in Gemma's neck is disguising the fact that she is super old, which would explain her memory lapses. That's a unique spin on that. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it until they prove me wrong, which will probably be in the next episode. Yeah. They are doing such a great job capturing the flavor of all the different time periods they are going to. I really hope the next jump is in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then just 2 more comments. One from Mama Raw, the Ever Living, says, come with me if you want to continue to exist. A little twist on the Terminator catchphrase was hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss this show so much when it's over, but I can't wait to see how this whole thing ends.
Yeah.
I only wish Coulson and Tony Stark could have met back up with one another before they died. That makes me want to cry. And then Dennis D comes through to say, so many questions. Great episode, but LOL. Yeah. Hashtag fits or we blitz.
Fits or we blitz.
I was about that. But thank you guys so much for all the comments. Again, we're trying to feature as many of them as possible. This is the last season. We want to show our appreciation by getting as many of those highlighted too. Yep. Plus, the insight is always entertaining and very insightful, and you always help us navigate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So let's jump into episode 6 right now. Nice. Good job. Oh, they still got hit though.
Yeah, they got hit that third one.
Ford requested you down in the basement in person, sir.
Go.
They've got something.
They wanted the girls.
We're handling this.
Let us help you.
Did you pay Fred Malik a visit?
Yes, he's Hydra.
Not anymore, he's dead, so you just stay here.
The woman. I felt nothing.
See, she is a Chronicom detector.
Thank you. She's a Chronicom.
She is a Chronicom detector.
Yeah.
Good comment.
Well, good use of it.
I feel like our entire team is just getting taken apart. Like, Yo-Yo doesn't have her powers. Jenna doesn't have her memory.
It's okay. It's okay. We're here to get you out.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Hey,
Whoa,
hey,
whoa, whoa,
hey,
whoa,
what are you doing, man?
The thing is, the locks on this blast door are a lot like the brake calipers on a car.
They clamp onto the door.
You bust the locks, the door slides open. And we go home. Think you can help me with that?
Oh, I know a
Brute
lot
force
about
won't work
cars.
against the rollers, but I think we could find the hydraulics line and cut it.
Yeah, that'll work.
People already knew the answer, but yeah, obviously that'll work, Eddie.
And he played
Bring
it like
another
what he
hunter
knows
up
he
to the
knows.
next
Just
conversion.
cars.
I believe you.
I believe you. What's in there? Did she steal something? She's amazing.
Plenty of fight left in you after all.
Right.
What's gonna do with that little piece of glass?
Stab everybody. That comes.
Pointy.
Oh, he can go there.
A predictor and a poet. Sweet. Definitely not like any Chronicom I've met.
Nor are you.
Again, I'm not a... You know, people keep making that mistake today.
But you're not a person. What do you think you are?
But Fitz and I found a place where all their moves could be observed. And to guide us, Fitz stayed there. He is completely exposed, and they will kill him if they find him, so no one can know his location.
You need to get some help. Leave me alone. Help her. No?
Yeah. Chuckle me.
stay here forever now.
Is that you?
Right.
Oh, it's him. He's unstable.
My bones are cracking.
He's gonna kill his own self.
Where's Daisy?
Abducted?
First, the difference is sacrifice. Dying? It's kind of my superpower. I found the ship. I just hope you're right about this next part.
There's a lot of bombs.
Oh, jeez, who's going down? That's why I said dying's my superpower.
Per turbine.
This is so cute.
This baby will scream straight up into the sky.
He said, not like that, Mama. She's telling me about her sons.
I don't know if
Just hear me
anyone
out.
said these
ATVs, that kids really won't.
thank you for saving us.
Crying
You're
con.
welcome.
Oh, jeez.
Crying con. Got it. Let's get it. I feel nothing. Fuck. She's like, damn. Mac, I need to talk to you. What are we talking
Baby,
about?
shh, relax.
Why are we circling?
I can't take them to the Zephyr.
Why?
I felt nothing from him. Like Coulson.
No.
Check his arm. You said he hurt it.
I need to see it.
Leave him alone.
Mama crying con too?
It's fine.
Yeah, she crying con too.
both of
Goddamn.
them.
Both of the goddamn mom and daddy.
So they're dead now.
They've been gone a while.
Oh my god. So the whole time they were in the cell, babe.
Yeah. So now Mac not gonna give a fuck.
Oh my god, babe. This is horrible. This whole time.
But mama now, come on now.
It's not his mom.
I know. It's her face though.
It's fucked. Oh, that is really sad.
But they're not real.
His parents are dead.
Yeah. And he's had a long time
He didn't save them, so.
Nope. And he don't know about the separate timelines like we just learned about. So Cole's not even with them.
Oh shit.
So what?
It's about to jump again.
Mac! Mac, we gotta go! Z1's in trouble!
Oh my god. Did they just leave them? So Coulson's gone. Mac and Deke are left.
Man, left them in the damn.
Our squad is really not winning.
Alright, that was episode 6 of S.H.I.E.L.D. And man, I mean, we're not really making any progress of getting to the get to. This was a good standalone episode though. Like it was a good episode, but like if we're limited on shows, then we might want to be getting to the get. Now the ending, that last third act was good. I mean, fighting his parents, and then now those Deke and Mac are left, and I don't know what, because they already jumped before, just before they got to that part, so we don't know where they are now. And now they left there, and Coulson is gone too, so I don't know what's going on.
The only thing I can think, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts because I'm getting like super stressed out about like the lack of time we have in the season. But the only thing I could think is maybe they're trying to set it up as like the ultimate like defeat, like Endgame from, you know, the movies or whatever. The team's completely defeated. We lost. and then we come back in Endgame, like, and we get all of our squad back together and we kill it. Because, like, right now, Yo-Yo still has no powers. Thankfully, May was able to, you guys called it, become a Chromicon detector, which was very beneficial. I loved that sequence between May and LMD Coulson. I thought that was fantastic. And I feel like she's the one that gave him the idea to be like, you don't die. So it was like, cool, I can sacrifice myself because it's my superpower. I'll come back. I thought that was just brilliant writing. I thought that was fantastic. I loved the interaction between Coulson and the Chromicon lead chick. I thought that was a great dialogue as far as asking the questions and getting some insight there. And I thought that whole sequence worked really well. I mean, when it comes to Mac and that ultimately his parents, I mean, they said at the very beginning, like, they're adapting, which is able to absorb personalities, which makes it a lot more difficult to detect, which makes May even more powerful as far as her ability to identify that they're faking their emotions. But in that adaptation, their purpose is trying to break up this internal squad, because if they're not willing to fight against the Chromicons anymore, the Chromicons win. This is literally the only force that's preventing the Chromicons from getting the future that they're working towards anyway. So why not just focus on breaking them down? First thing, taking the Max family out and discouraging him. Now he's separate from the rest of the group. Yo-Yo, I mean, with Daisy, now her power, she's completely depleted. Our team is on bare bones type squad right now.
It's
like
nothing but May. That's it. It's just May and Gemma.
And Gemma, thankfully,
and
they maybe fixed her,
it.
but I don't know if like she's totally fixed or if she's still gonna have malfunctions.
Yeah.
But like,
Yo-Yo finna be a hot mess now because Mac is not there.
I mean, the squad's gonna be, and where do we go from here? Like, when do we start getting W's? Like, we are losing.
Yeah.
We have the biggest L ever in the history of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now.
Yeah,
like,
this is
losing. Like,
I mean, they must have some awesome
it has to
last
be some
2
epic
episodes
turnaround
going down.
Like, it has to be.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, and then we still haven't freaking seen Fitz. Like,
The
I'm about to
last 2
lose
episodes
it.
must finna be
I mean, it
lit.
can't be the last 2 episodes. That would be so shitty to wait all the way to the last 2
That's the way it's
episodes.
leading to. You got to 6 already, so I mean.
Well, maybe
last 2.
the first half of the season was, let's show our team completely defeated and broken down and like broken, and now maybe next episode's gonna be the pivot, and we start like, yo, we need to like.
You gotta get it together.
We gotta get it together because like we are losing.
Or we need some help.
Or maybe Coulson shows back. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the fact that we haven't seen Fitz halfway through now is so annoying.
And now Coulson could show back up because if he's like Enoch, he's just waiting around after that explosion. He's still just waiting around, and hopefully they can go back to the speakeasy. Maybe that's where they can find Coulson at, because he's obviously gonna come back before we get finished.
Oh yeah, that was not a good send off.
Yeah. That was crazy.
This show's stressing me out.
It really was. So we'll see, man. But I don't know. It's still being a good season right now, but the way it's going, I don't know. I got a 50-50 chance that we're gonna be not satisfied at the end or really satisfied at the end.
They better figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, look. Thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 7, episode number 6. And until next time, people. Peace. Shit.
Now you like, what until you like your pose too, you know what I'm talking about? Chilling with your man, boy, Rocky Love tonight. I see you, shorty. Yes, you. Take that back out one more time like that. Straight back, homeboy. Let me see you move some. I'ma need you to move like this, like this. I'ma need you to shake like that, like that. I'ma need another shot like a double, like a double.